Hi, my name's Rick. I'm the Tropical Plant Guy on Instagram. I run a small business called Tropica.uk, and I'm decided I'm going to do a video blog on plant care tips. I'm not talking about garden care tips because there's plenty of experts like that. My pure focus is indoor plants, tropical plants, house plants, call them anything you want. There's quite a lot of people who've done some videos for plant care, and a lot of which are absolutely superb. My only observation would be that sometimes they try and put too much information in too short a period of time. So they may try and cover 6, 8, 10 plants, maybe in a 10 or 15 minute video, and I think that's perhaps too much information to put over in one go. So my video blogs are going to be 3 to 5 minute length, but focusing purely on one plant per issue, and I'll try and cover as much detail as I can about that plant. So without carrying on too much, let's welcome the first plant to this little adventure of ours, and many of you I'm sure will recognise this fella. He's the peace lily, or Spathiphyllum to give him his Latin name. It's really well known, certainly here in the UK, and it's regarded as very much an easy plant to care for, because I call it an indicator plant, and by that I mean if you let this chap dry out, rather than being nice and upright and sturdy as he looks there, the leaves will droop over quite dramatically, and you'll almost think, oh my goodness, it's dead, it's a goner. Well, don't panic is the good news. It simply needs water. It's an indicator plant. When it tells you, when it looks really sad, it's ready for a drink. So to tell you a little bit about the peace lily, they're originally from the tropics of America and Southeast Asia. This plant loves light. That's the first thing to say about it. You can put this in the window, but in direct sunlight is much better, depending where you live and how much light you get. We're filming this in the northwest of England, in Manchester, and we had a great summer last year, but most years we struggle for too much light. So I place this generally not necessarily in the window, but maybe a couple of meters away, somewhere where it's going to get good light, because what will happen if you don't give it enough light is once these nice flower buds die off, if it's too dark, they won't regenerate new flowers. So it does need a decent amount of light to generate new flowers. In terms of the watering, basically once a week is good enough for a plant like this. But once a week, a reasonable amount of water. Here's a pot that this plant lives in. I was going to say before I carry on, actually, for most people and most plants, the best thing to do is leave it in the container that comes, the plastic container. Certainly for a good few weeks, maybe even a couple of months. You can eventually transfer it and pot it up when you're confident and the plant is happy, but make sure it's well established before you do that. Easiest thing to do, as I say in the meantime, is to leave it in the actual plastic planter, and then in your pot just put, for the plant like this, I put like 1 to 2 centimeters, no more than that, once a week, maybe every 10 days, and then just sit it in there and it'll absorb the water up through the base of the plant. If you go to water your plant and the plant pot feels really heavy and you can feel it just with your finger that the moisture level is high, don't water it, it's good, just leave it, it's happy, it doesn't want to sit in wet water. And similarly, if you go to water it and there's still water in the bottom of your container, of your pot, don't water it, just leave it. So don't overwater it, but don't let it dry out. In terms of care, it's nice to just give this plant a bit of a polish now and again by just getting a duster, a dry cloth, and just cleaning the leaves, and that will help the plant to photosynthesize. If the leaves are dirty, then it won't really do very well. So that's pretty much all you need to know about Spathiphyllum. They are a real great plant to look after. They can go in really big plants. I've seen some which are like nearly 1 meter tall, and they can look really impressive if you want one like that, or if you just want a little tabletop fella, this is a good plant to start with. Okay, thanks a lot. That'll do for the first video blog, and please subscribe, and I hope you'll join me for some many more in the future. For now, thanks and all the best. Cheers, Rick.